Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Praises be to God. Hey, you know what I was thinking one day? I was just driving, and I was looking at these tenant windows, and you talk about how the government be talking about how they want to cut down on people kidnapping people and all this different kind of stuff. Well, it dawned on me this. Now, when I was a kid, all the car windows were just, you see straight through them, all this tinted stuff. It wasn't so. And when people got taken, some got through, but not many, you know? And that's because when people driving down the street or driving down the highway and they got somebody tied up in their back seat or whatever, the truckers and whatnot, and the people driving van, they looking down in the car, they can see people tied up laying in the back seat and whatnot. And I'm thinking, why, if they try to crack down on this, why is they letting people have all these tinted windows? Now the government, I understand because people be after the government sometimes, depending on what they doing and what's important and whether people think that they doing ill dealings or whatnot. So I understand the government windows being tinted, but everyday ordinary people, no, 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 no. And then you got all these vans, these commercial vans, windows tinted, all totally enclosed and stuff like that, which is how they be moving people in these vans that's totally enclosed. Or the windows is tinted all the way around. And you can't see in them vans and whatnot. That should not be. If you really want to crack down on people being kidnapped and taken and murdered like that, move them tinted windows. Move them tinted windows. Then you say, well, okay, they can put them in the trunk. Well, sometimes they do put people in the trunk. But the thing with that is, even if they start putting people in the trunk more after you take the tinted windows, then they got a release button now in the trunks. There's certain ways now that you can open up a trunk if they're awake. You understand what I'm saying? Start teaching these children and the youth start teaching everybody about the pull cord in the trunk. And instead they could cut that cord. Yeah, they could. But if there's a pull cord, then there's something else in there that you could pull or push or whatever to open up a trunk. Teach people about those things. Okay? Because these kidnappings, all these missing people, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. And all these enclosed vans, no, take that crap. Take all these enclosed vans away. And all these tinted cars and tinted windows in the vans and whatnot. Take that away. I be going up to the hospital to sit out in the parking lot and pray. And you know what? Sometimes I feel uncomfortable because I'm driving a a a a a, a, a car. Well, it's a truck. It's an SUV. I'm not gonna tell you what kind of, but I'm driving an SUV, and my windows are dark. My car is dark green, which look black, and my windows are tinted except for the front windows. Okay, and sometimes I feel uncomfortable because I be feeling like, okay, maybe they think I'm targeting something because the kind of car that I have, most of the time when people be doing crooked stuff, ready to do some stupid stuff, they kind of drive this kind of car or something similar to it. So, and they windows are usually tinted. Um, and I pick up on that energy, but I'm not out to do anything. So I'm soon as I can, I'm gonna buy another SUV without tinted windows. You know what I'm saying? Because even in my spirit, I feel it's wrong for people to have cars and trucks and SUVs with tinted windows that you can't see in. Because you never know if there's a kid or a woman or a man tied up in the back seat and sitting right next to a police, but the police can't see through that car. Sitting right next to a truck driver, but the truck driver can't see down in that car because all the windows are tinted. No, that should not be. People, hey, that need to be changed, government. That's something, if you value your people, get on the government about that. Get that changed. All these tinted windows should not be. Take these tinted windows. There's no excuse to have tinted windows when it comes down to our children and to our women and our men, our family, period. If that's going to help save lives, then that's what we need to do. Because I'm telling you, when I came up, there was not tinted windows. They started doing tinted windows. I think I was probably I was maybe 14, 15 when they started doing tinted windows. And then it wasn't everybody. Later on, they started doing it where everybody could have tinted windows. But then you weren't supposed to have it was only supposed to be a certain tint where you can still see through. But now most cars you buy them from the dealership and you can't see through the tint. Okay, but I don't think you should have no tint, none, just in case someone is stealing something. Stealing somebody or trying to hurt somebody. Somebody can see what's going on in that car. Now that's all I came on here to say. Whoa, shit. That's all I came on here to say. Y'all think about that. Sometimes old ways is best ways. I understand change and new this, new that, change this, change. I understand that. Sometimes change is good, but sometimes the old ways is the best ways. And if y'all really want to cut down on these kidnappings and people missing, that's one thing that y'all really need to take a look at. Stop having these cars and these trucks with windows tinted and these trucks completely enclosed. These vans and stuff are completely enclosed where you can't see through it. No, y'all stop that. If you really serious about what you're saying, stop that. Okay? I love y'all with the love of Christ. Till next time, peace.